Hello everyone, a very tired Ben from 𝙋𝙄𝙓𝙀𝙇 here. I was up editing a video until late last night. However, I am trying my hand at some box restoration. As you can see in this drop-down camera, I have a very nice copy of Pokemon Stadium that I got from Japan, Pokemon Stadium 2 in fact, but as you can see, that box has seen much better days. Its price was cheap to reflect that level of damage, but I'm going to show this other camera as well, but as you can see, oof, look at that damage. It's bad, right? Bad damage. We're back in. Okay, so I have my box right here. This is the Pokemon Silver box that I'm going to try and restore. And I have my new trusty ceramic iron. It's important that you get an iron that has the ability to steam. I've set this iron on pretty low, somewhere just between silk and wool. That might even be too hot, but I'll find out. And I also have a piece of cardboard for when I want to iron things a bit more precisely. And I have a cloth. These are the things that you're going to need. Apparently, this is my first time doing it, but let's start by taking everything out of the original box. And everything is in this box. It is basically new. You can see, pristine looking game. I'll show it to the other camera. Pristine looking game. And all of the papers that came with it, which are fantastic. And I want to, I want this box to represent just how good everything is inside. So we're going to have to flatten this box down flat. And it's one of those weird boxes where you need to push down. Oh, it's one of these tabbed boxes that you have to sort of deconstruct in order to get it flat. I've managed to do it. Now let's get this box flat. There it is, nice and flat. Should probably turn it the other way around for the camera, but there we go. Nice and flat. Now this is where I want to do it first, but I don't want to like push any of those seams through. I'm wondering if it might be best to use the trusty piece of cardboard that I've got. Yeah, that will keep that bit flat. And so I'm going to do with this bit first. Now, you don't want to iron directly onto your cardboard, because that's how you'll damage the print and everything else that's on there. So I'm going to wrap it in this cloth that I have. Just a little cloth. And then I'm going to iron this edge first. This edge to the side, and hope for the best. I'm going to squirt some water on there, which I think is this button. Wow, I should have really thought about this before I squirted my electronics, but... And now I'm going to steam, and I'm going to press. There we go. Try not to stay too long on any one spot, but I want to get it nice and flat. I just went to get a towel so I can mop up all this water that's just been sprayed. In fact, I will put this towel here in the future. Let's have a look at how that looks. Oh, that already looks a lot nicer. I'm going to do this side a bit heavier. Just a bit heavier on that side. I'm also going to start doing the main box itself. There's again, just squirt a little water out, and then we're just going to steam and push. Steam and push. Like this. Giving it a bit of force. Hopefully that has done the business. Let's have a look. Oh, that is looking a lot nicer. It's quite a hot temperature, but it is looking a lot nicer. I'm going to do this edge here. I pushed the cardboard a little bit along just to, safely protect it from pushing the edges through the other side. Oh, we're going to go in again. Steaming. And we're going in. I'm just going to do the whole edge again. Only quick because that side wasn't as damaged. So let's see how that is. Look at that. That is already looking significantly better. Now this back was the problem. You can see this ridge here. I'll do a bit of reflection. I'll put up this other camera as well. The back is looking bad, but the front is looking good now. So we're going to do the back now. Now to do this back, I really want to push this specific big dent out. So I'm going to put the cardboard underneath again, so I get it nice and flat. And then I'm going to take my cloth I have a lot of boxes to do, by the way, so if you're wondering why I'm even going through this effort, this is kind of a tester, because this box is really pranged up, and I need to do other boxes that are, you know, worth a lot more than this one, and I want to make sure that I have the skills, so I'm learning at the same time as I'm showing you. There may be better ways to do this. Definitely let me know in the comments. Okay. Alright, we're steaming and we're ironing, and I almost ironed my finger. I felt the heat. Let's get that edge really aggressively. In fact, I will double steam that edge. Let's go. The reason you want to use steam is it softens the card and makes it more pliable to put back into the state that you want. I sprayed water everywhere. Classic me. It's alright. Well, I've got a towel at hand. Sprayed it on the laptop as well. That's why I'm not very smart. Yeah, don't do this on a table with a full camera setup and everything. That's just me trying to give you some good content. So yeah, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe. Help me out a little bit with this idiocy. Now I'm going to do that this way so that I get that fold fully out. So obviously you want to fold each side of that, you want to steam each side of that crease. I'm sure that this down camera footage is absolutely unfollowable almost, but yeah. So there we go, and then we're going to steam again, and we're going in. Just like that, along that edge. That's the problem edge. You saw how bent that problem edge was. This should hopefully fix that problem. And then some. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That is now a flat box. Now there's a crease here from where that has been bent for, well, probably many years, but still, this is a really good outcome. I knew box restoration work was not as difficult as perhaps I thought it was going to be, but this is pretty easy. Anyone can do this. You've got steam iron, and you make sure it's not too hot. A little bit of cardboard. Make sure you have a cloth to go on top so you don't iron directly onto the print. And yeah, you can restore your old boxes. Don't settle for pranged boxes. If you've got a nice box, show it off. Make it look as good as it can. Alright, next step, we're going to do a bit more steaming. Alright, there we go. And that should be the last of the problem sides. Now, I'm not going to be able to get this side looking factory new, because this has got some substantial creases within the hollow foiling. This is, in a way, this is kind of the hardest box to show you the effects. So you can see that hollow foiling has been chipped, but that is so much nicer than it was when we started. That's really good. Still a little bit not perfect there. Maybe I'll have a go at that without it being folded in cardboard. I'll try it flat. I really want to try and get that edge nice, you see. Alright, let's try this edge one last time. Probably don't need to steam as much as I'm steaming, I'm aware of that. Probably over steaming it, but this is quite interesting material to iron on, so I just want to make sure that I definitely permeated it. I think for a normal cardboard box you wouldn't need to steam it more than really once. Wow. Yeah, that's looking good. That's now really straight. Put it onto this camera. So our box now looks like a box in every dimension. That's a little bit... Oh, let's get the camera back in focus. There it is. It's a little bit... it's not perfect, but it's really good. It's so much better than it was. This is display worthy now for me, and that's what I wanted. You know, I wanted to be able to display this box. I just have to do this top edge. I don't have to, but you know, if I'm going to iron it, I'm going to take this time and effort to do it. I may as well iron it on every side, even the sides that are not as imperfect. There we go, and we'll just give that a iron over. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's put that box down. That is so much better. And let's throw everything back together and see what it looks like finished. So with these joins, you have to... Got it. I got it! I watched a video on how to do it. But I've folded the bottom of the box. Right, so with it folded, let's put this all back in. It's the back of this first, because then it'll be easier to slot in. There we go. Put the leaflets in first. Don't do what I did. Don't be stupid. Right. Now that'll slot in really easy. And then we just push this in. Boom. And then we fold this up. Oh, look at that. Look at these edges. That is so much better. We're going to do it to the main camera now. That is so much better than what we started with. That was a heavily dented box. And now it's display worthy. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. I've got another box, so I'm going to do that now. It's a Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green version. I am going to show you the state of the box. It's not awful. In fact, I don't even know if this really needs ironing. Probably doesn't. The bottom of this box is significantly easier to disassemble than the other one, which is good. Cardboard is very hardy. These metallic. I don't know why I'm doing a second metallic box. This is obviously the wrong move if you're trying to get good at a new skill. These are difficult comparatively. Right, so I don't think I'm going to need a piece of cardboard in this one, so I'm going to go for it as it is. Let's put it on this nice flat surface. Oh yeah, that's important. Make sure you've got it on a flat surface when you're ironing it, or you're going to iron through anything on the surface underneath through the actual, through the actual cardboard. You don't want to do that. That would be foolish. Right, let's go. Hit it with a steam. Woo! Absolutely incinerate your hands, because that is the life we live as a box restorer. Box restorers aren't allowed to have working hands. Hey. It feels good. It feels like this is definitely ironing out the kinks. Ooh. A lot of steam. And a lot of dripping. Sort that out. Oh, we have an electrical problem. Cool. Drips addressed. What we've got in here. Look at that. That looks alright. This top bit is really bad. This top bit needs to be done. I think after this one I'm going to try something a bit more delicate, not as specialist. Alright, I'm not going to steam this one this time, I'm just going to give it the heat. Oh. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I think that's all we really need to do on that one. We're not going to be able to get rid of these. Doesn't take long to do, as you see. It's definitely worth doing if you've got any boxes that are slightly more pranged. I bought a lot of pranged boxes because they were the cheaper option when I was in Japan. Oh, that looks really nice. Looks good now. Looks good. Displayable. So I'm going to do something that's a bit more of a prized possession. This is the box for my Pokemon Silver playing cards. Now, I don't know if you can see, but that box is concaved. And I would really like it to not be the case. But, oh, looking at the bottom of this. Oh, it's okay. I know how to do these now. There we go. Easy. I know how to do these now. It's not an issue. Right, so we open the box. I'm learning origami while doing this, you see. So I can't just iron this flat, because if I iron this flat, what will happen is this lid will take on the indent of this piece underneath. So this is one of those examples where it's actually a good idea to have some cardboard at hand. And what I would like to do is place this cardboard underneath or over that piece and under that piece, so that when I iron this, it's flat to this cardboard and it's no longer going to get all distorted from the pattern below. Over. Really hope I don't mess this one up, because this is very rare. We're just going for it. I'm not going to go heavy on this one. Oh yeah, nice. got rid of that crease. Now we've got to get rid of this crease on the side. So for this one, we want to make sure that we don't iron any higher than here. Okay, ironing higher than there would be a bad idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this up to where I want to not iron. And I put the cardboard there so I know not to go there. And then I'm going to... I need to get this right, really, don't I? I need to get this right, so I'm going to cover it first. And feel where the gap is. It's there. It's there, yeah. Yeah, that's where the... Just a double check. Yeah, I was right. It's there. Okay, that's where the gap is. So I want to not iron any further than that. Let's get this nice and flat. Then I want to iron this here. So, go in. Steam. There we go. Let me turn it over. Wow, that looks a lot better. Now we've got to do this problem. This is the problem bit. This is the bit that I really want to get ironed out. It's a James joke. Right, let's put this here. Okay, in with another steam. And we are steaming our cardboard. Perfect. Nice and even pressure. That looks good. Still not like got rid of this bend. Maybe if I... Oh no, it has. You just needed to... I literally just had to push it a little bit while it was soft from the heat. Now it's setting in the new position. Oh, that is much nicer. Yes. Yes. Cool. Well, I'm very happy with that. So let's put this back. So that's 3 boxes done relatively quickly. I don't think I have anything immediately at hand I would like to... Okay, fine. I'm going to do it to my most prized box. That's how much I trust this technique now. It is a bit bent, a bit damaged. This is my box for my Game Boy Advance Special Edition Pokemon Center Game Boy Advance. And it cost an arm and a leg. Taking the Game Boy Advance out, it's inside there. There are the gubbins, they can come out. Now we're going to do my most precious box. So if I mess this up, I'll be very sad. But the box is the weakest part of this showpiece, so getting that problem fixed would be nice. There we go, we got this open. That open, that open. So the first step, as always, is going to be getting the box deconstructed. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this to you, my beautiful box. Well, we are. We are. This is the way things have to be right now. And if I fold that flat and put the cardboard through it, it's actually not a good idea. I want this completely flat. I want this flat on itself, yeah. Right, so we're going to do this. Yep, we're going in for it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm slightly terrified. I'm not going to lie. But we're doing it. Let's do this. Let's make this box good. Squirt a little bit of water onto it. And then we're going to steam. And we're just going for it. Oh, that's hot. Minor burn damage. Because I'm panicking. I'm putting a lot of pressure on this time because I really want it to get flat. That'll do. Ooh. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Like I say, this box is never gonna look really good because this box is really battered. But we can get it to look like it's not as battered, then that will be a win. It doesn't want to fold that way. Why is that? Because of the bends. It makes sense. It's because it's not had a good life. This box is so damaged. But it was the only way I was going to afford one of these, and it was still expensive. So there we go. That is the way it goes sometimes. Now You coming in again? Oh! I'm trying to push only in one direction so that I don't have any inconsistencies. Fuck, I just burnt myself again. I've burnt myself twice so far with this steam system, but here we go. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is nice. That is nice. The shape is starting to return, which is good. I think if I put this cardboard under and do a blast along here, that might help get that shape back. You know, a lot of it's got a high skill ceiling, knowing what, like, when to put cardboard in, what sort of shapes to go for, how to iron certain things. I don't have that skill. I'm just doing what I can, because that is how you learn. And if you're learning, you're improving, hopefully. Yeah, maybe at the cost of my prized box, but... Oh yeah, that is looking so much better. This edge, though, this edge is destroyed. I don't even know what I can do about that. I don't think there's only so much you're going to be able to do with your box restoration, right? You're not going to be able to turn something into a gem mint box, or even in this case, a PSA 3. But you are going to have improvements on what you had, and I think that is more important some of the time. Oh, what am I doing with this? Right, there we go. That goes there. This folds over. This edge specifically is the edge that I really want to, like, refine down. This edge here, so I'm going to go for it. Let's do it. See if we can get that edge to be really good. Oh, you know what? I actually did a pretty good job. Look at that. This box was, I know it's still not a perfect box, but it is so much better than it was 10-15 minutes ago. You can see, like, some damage just doesn't go. You can't really get rid of this crease damage here. There's no amount of ironing that is going to sort that, although I'm definitely going to try doubling over the cloth and giving it a bit of a wild one. Experimenting and testing like this is the only way you're going to get good. And this is a good way to, it's a good way to unwind, really. Make content for you guys and also do something productive to my collection. Oh, that's not bad. You know what? That's not bad. I do wish I could get that to be a bit flatter. Maybe it needs some cohesion. Maybe I need to give it some cohesion. That's not right. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. This is what happens when you're doing prized stuff, right? Your brain just panics. But we're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. See, now if you put this on too hot, you're just going to strip the paint off the box, or burn the box, or worse, you're just going to damage your box. So always start on a lower setting. You can always go hotter if you need to. Start on a lower setting. It's the safest thing you can do. And like I say, I've got mine between wool and silk, so pretty delicate. I'm dripping water through it onto electronics, which is obviously really smart and intelligent. Okay, so let's have a look. Did we get that edge? That thing? Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, that looks good. It looks good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That is better than it was. Box is still warm, but it's not hot, so I can put my stuff back in. Content goes back in. And then we just fold these edges. There we go. And there it is, my prized possession. Pokemon Center, exclusive, crystal, Game Boy Advance. The box is better than it was. It's not perfect. but it's better than it was. And that's what we're after. You know, sometimes you get a big improvement. We got a big improvement on the gold and silver. And sometimes you get a smaller improvement like we did on the Pokemon Leaf Green. There you go, that's box restoration 101. You want a cloth, you want a steam iron, you want a low temperature, you probably want a towel at hand in case you make a mess like I did. And make sure it's a flat surface. If you can get a piece of cardboard that fits nicely within the product that you're ironing, you can make sure that it's even smoother. And yeah, good luck restoring your boxes. And if you've done this before, or if you have any tips for things that I've done wrong, that'd be cool to know. Like, help me out. I'm here to learn too. So yeah, and that's that. I'll put the boxes that I've done underneath the screen so you can see them all again. We did my prized, everything's Pokemon, that's quite funny. Everything Pokemon, there you go. These boxes all mostly restored in not a lot of time. So there we go. A little fun short video for you if you've ever wanted to restore damaged or mashed up boxes. I've been Bennett Pixel Thank you very much for watching. Go get your irons. Go have fun.
When we go into the shops.